Hey everybody, how you guys doing? This is a new test. This is the new Bro Rig test. Bro Rig test. And we're recording right now into OBS. We're using the Dell 11-inch laptop. I think it's 11-inch, 2-in-1 laptop. It's an i3. So it's an old laptop I got like 3 years ago. And I use it mainly as a multimedia device. Haven't done any editing on there. We actually put some editing software on there that we're going to be using. I can't think of the name of the editing software. The free editing software that's available right now for PC. And it's like four editing programs that I put on here. And we're going to be trying to edit with this as well. This is a test of just the GoPro. We got the GoPro 6 connected into a preamplifier, and then the preamplifier is connected into it's a long story. We got the GoPro 6 hooked up to a capture card. We'll just say that. We'll start off with that. We got it connected to a capture card, a cheap capture card for I think it was like $7 for the capture card. And I got a couple of those. One's connected to the Bromac we tested out yesterday, and today is the 13th. Yeah, Friday the 13th. So we're going to talk about that. Friday the 13th. Yeah, Friday the 13th. What is Friday the 13th? Superstitiously, people consider that to be a day of I don't know what they're going to call it, but I got a lot of revelation this morning about Friday the 13th. So this is just a mental diary of what I'm trying to keep track of my thoughts here a little bit. So we're going to be recording, and we're going to try to keep track of my thoughts. Going back to the technical stuff really quick. We got the Dell laptop 2-in-1. I don't know what year this laptop is from. It's an old laptop. And we're using OBS. We're using the cheap $7 capture card. We're using the Rode to Go microphone. I got it here instead of on my hat like before. And audio looks pretty good so far. I'm just looking at the levels. And we also got the Beach Tech. I think it's the Beach Tech preamplifier. And it's going through that. You don't have to have that at all. You can just go directly in. I just got the Beach Tech because it looks cool. And also, if I wanted to plug in an XLR mic, a handheld XLR mic or something, or a boom mic or something, that's what the Beach Tech is for. So this is basically the Bro Rig. And then we got the Ulanzi. I think it's the Ulanzi ring light. We're using that as our main light here. And then that's all we got as far as lighting. And then let's see what else. We got everything's powered up. We've got power going to the GoPro. Constant power going to the GoPro. We're plugged up. We got constant power going to the Ulanzi light, and we got constant power going to the laptop. So this is a full streaming system. Okay, full streaming system, or recording system, however you want to call it. And I can still put in lower thirds using OBS, which is great. Why I decided to use OBS rather than the internal memory of the GoPro is because I like to, let me think why I'm using this. Well, one reason I can view and see everything. That's one of the reasons. The other reason is that I can, like I said, if I want to put in titles, lower thirds, or picture, I could do something like that as well. But I just basically like to monitor the audio. I like to monitor the video, and I should be looking at the camera more, and I can get closer. I do not have zoom capability. Actually, I do. I could crop in, which I haven't done that. I could pull up another scene and then crop in. I haven't thought about that. I should try that. I should actually try that, huh? Okay, let's try that real quick. So what I'm going to do, I'm doing all this live too. I'm going to go to scene 2, and I'm going to add another video input camera, which is the same video camera input if it'll allow me to do this. Oh, I could use the webcam too. I'm going to use the webcam now. We're going to go back to USB video and see if it allows me to do it. I don't see an image. I don't know if it's going to let me do that. Maybe not have enough processing power to complete that. Let me do a cut here real quick. Cut. Cut. Okay, so it's not going to allow me to do that. That would be cool. We'll remove that. Okay. Anyway, always trying to experiment and upgrade and do things. Anyway, we want to talk about Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th has a huge meaning for a lot of people. For me, it doesn't have any meaning except for this morning I woke up a couple times. I woke up at I think it was like 11:45, and then I also woke back up about 2 o'clock. And I've been up since then. And I had some. When I woke up at 2 o'clock, I was really refreshed. Had some dreams that didn't really make any sense, but I was pretty happy. And then I woke up again at 2 o'clock. Same thing. I had some dreams that didn't really make a lot of sense, but I was really happy. And I started praying and praying and praying. And what I got from the dream was that it was like a reset. It was a reset of my thinking. It was a reset of my mind, reset of like a renewal. And we're going to talk about all that. When I woke up, I was refreshed. And I was like, yeah, I got to make some changes in my life. When I woke up with the second time, it was pretty much the same thing, and I was very happy. And I didn't turn on any equipment or anything. I just kept praying and kept on praying and praying and praying. And the Holy Spirit showed me that I needed those resets, for one thing. I call it a reset. My mind was bombarded with a lot of financial things, a lot of financial thinking about how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to do that, how I'm going to do this. My mind was bombarded with the war that's going on right now in Israel and Gaza. My mind was bombarded with all the different tragic murders and things like that that's been going on everywhere, all around the world. My mind was bombarded with moving my equipment from place to place. My mind was bombarded with a lot of different things. So Holy Spirit kind of gave me this reset, and I was praying and praying and praying to have this reset because I've been getting headaches for the last couple of days, extreme headaches. And a lot of it's probably from looking at the screens and looking at the news and looking at what's going on and kind of consuming all that information. So the reset was like, don't look at any news, don't worry about what's going on. The reset was, don't worry about, I got to move some of my equipment this week. It was like, move your equipment, and but don't worry about it right now. Don't worry about finances, don't worry about moving your equipment, don't worry about anything. And then the reset was being born again. Yeah. When you're born again, you give all your cares and your worries to God, and you trust in the Lord for everything, no matter what it is. It could be a eye drop of water. You trust in the Lord for that. So that's what the reset was for me this morning. And it told me basically, don't worry about the technology. I wasn't going to get up, I wasn't going to work on anything. I started playing around with this stuff because I couldn't go back to sleep. But it was like all my projects, I have a lot of projects, all of my projects, the Lord was like, discard those projects. Put them to the side. Not saying that I can't go back and work on them again later on, but don't worry about those projects. They're not important. Focus on Him. Focus on God. Focus on the Lord. The Lord comes first. So that's what I got from this reset. And then, looking at all the lives that got lost and, just getting kind of sad by that. The last couple of days, I think that got into my spirit a little bit. And all the people that got killed and things like that. The Lord said, don't focus on all that. The Lord said, focus on Him. We're spiritual beings. We're on this earth for a reason. We were put here on this earth for a reason. And now it's time to follow directions. follow His commandments, and that's what I got from all this. And so it told me just pack all your stuff up, basically, which I'm going to do. Pack all your stuff up. Probably keep this little bro rig system that I have right now. That's all I really need. And just focus on the Lord. Pray. And this is the big thing. They say, you can pray an hour a day or half an hour a day or 30 minutes here or whatever. No. The Lord said, give me the majority of your time. In other words, pray for 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, whatever it takes. Not just praying, but it's like talking to the Lord. So when we pray, we and we ask for things, and we want things, but we don't know what we want, and we're not thanking Him for the things that we already have. So my prayers go a little bit something like this, and I know it sounds crazy, maybe to a lot of people. I'm like, thank you for this incredible body. Okay, thank you for this incredible body. Thank you for my hands and my arms and my legs and my eyes. Thank you for this incredible, magnificent host that I'm in right now, because I'm just a spirit. I'm a spiritual being. So my prayers are more like, thank you for this incredible body, this brain, my heart. Thank you for my heart, my brain. It's an incredible brain to be able to think and to be able to examine and to this incredible brain. Thank you. Create things and build things and analyze things. Thank you for this brain. And to thank you for this incredible brain. Thank you for an incredible heart. My eyes. Thank you for my eyes. I can see really good. Thank you for my eyes and my hands. I can touch and grab. And thank you for that. So that's what my prayers are more like. And then once you start thanking God for what you have, you realize that what you have is worth more than millions, billions, trillions. And then the other prayer part of it was, the other reset was the comparison. Why do I do certain things? Why do you do certain things? Why do we all do certain things? Is it to impress other people? Is it to please other people? Is it to show them that you're capable of doing certain things? To get confirmation? Yes. That's what it all boils down to that. Even though we don't want to admit that. I didn't even want to admit that myself. I was like, I do things to please myself. I'm happy I do this and do that. Yeah, I say it all the time. But I always show you guys certain things. So in a sense, I'm still looking for that confirmation, I think. So I started thinking about comparisons and what are we trying to do when we try to compare ourselves to other people, or when we're trying to, who is our mentors? We have mentors out there. Well, we want to be like that guy. This guy, he's, for me, I'm into camera equipment and cameras and stuff like that. So I'm always looking at guys that are working with cameras. And I'm not trying to be like them, but I'm always looking at how they do certain things. And I'm like, okay. And then I started thinking about that, and I had to break it down. We don't have mentors, but we have people out there that maybe are a little bit more advanced than we are, and we want to learn from them. Or there's nothing wrong with that. But I had to really look at their situation, and I had to really, I'm very analytical, so I had to analyze their situation. I'm like, man, this guy, he has some nice camera equipment. He has this, he has that. And I was watching this guy, he has a lot of videos, and a lot of, he explains how he goes out and does all this interviews. The guy was called a Cranky Cameraman or something like that. Call it Cranky Cameraman on YouTube. Check him out. And he's got, some nice equipment. He packages it up real nice and everything, and he goes out and does all these different shoots, makes pretty good money. And then I started looking at the guy, and I said, I've been looking at his videos for a long time, but then I didn't really look at him as a person as far as, his life. He has a son and a wife and everything. And he talks about his money that he makes, and it's all great. But then you don't really know that person. You don't know what kind of person that person really is. That's what I'm trying to say. Not putting him down or anything. He could be a great guy. He seems like a good guy. But then I started thinking, he never said anything about God. He never said anything about, maybe he wants to keep that separate. I understand. A lot of people want to keep their spiritual religion or whatever. They want to keep that separate, and I understand that. But it just made me think, in my mind, that I should not be just following a person just because they're, got great skills. That's what I'm trying to say. And what I mean by following them, it's okay to watch them and observe them, but don't buy into everything the person is saying, because it may not be for you. And if you really want to, and I started looking at my life, I said, for me, what I would want as a mentor is to be like Jesus. Be like Jesus. And the reason I say that is because he prayed a lot. He prayed a lot to his Father. He had answers. He had healing. He was able to heal people. He was able to reason with people. And in the end, they did kill him. And that was all for us. But out of all the mentors in the world, he wasn't worried about money. He wasn't worried about things. He was always focusing on loving people and teaching people. So that would be my mentor. So I started praying, and it took me a while to really figure out all this. And having that direct connection, that is what I want to talk about. Having a direct connection with the Lord. Like the Lord, when he talked to Moses, and he talked to Noah, okay, and Jeremiah, and Paul, having a direct connection, the Lord telling you what to do, hearing that voice, that is more important to me than anything, and it should be more important to everyone, but it's not. Most people are focusing on their self, and they're saying, "Hey, look what I did. Look, I've done that numerous amounts of times, and I can't do that anymore." That's what Friday the 13th means for me. I just said I can't do that anymore. I just said that, didn't I? Yeah. The word I did this, I did that, I did this. I probably said that I don't know how many times tonight in this video. And that is the separation. Friday the 13th is the symbolic meaning today for me. It's not just a date. I'm not superstitious and anything like that. I'm just saying it happened this morning, and it was Friday the 13th. My revelation was that it's going to be hard, it's going to be tricky, but my life has changed in a way where I'm about to say I again. I want that direct connection. I'm trying to look for other words to replace that. I. Instead of I built this, I built the broadcaster, I did this, I did that. And instead of looking for confirmation from people, instead of looking for approval from people, I told myself I'm not really looking for that, but I think we all look for that in some way. When we do a post, we want to see what people are going to say and this and that. And, you may not be, sometimes people can say negative things and bad things and things that upset you. So, you react towards that. But when you're like Jesus, you're not going to react. If you were like Jesus, you're not going to react. If you were focusing on the Father, Jehovah God Almighty, if you're focusing on Him and you're focusing on helping people, teaching people, loving people, you're not going to be focusing on anything else. And a lot of things you're going to be able to just brush it right off. So that's what I got today from this revelation, Friday the 13th. Am I going to post this video? I don't know. I may post it. Like I said, I started making this video as a test, just to test the equipment and stuff. But I don't know. I may post it. But regardless if I post it or not, the main thing I'm saying is that our prayer time, our time with the Lord, how long do we spend with Him? Is it 30 minutes? Is it an hour? Is it 2 hours? I'm finding out that the more time you spend with the Lord, the more progress, the better results, I should say. And I'm not talking about prosperity preaching. I'm not talking about, getting more of this and getting more of that, and your finances are going to be better and all this. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm talking about the direct connection, being connected, and understanding. We're never going to understand everything that the Lord knows. We're not going to never understand everything. But it's like practice. It's like working out. You work out, you're going to get better and better and better at your whatever you're doing, bodybuilding or trying to get in shape. You're going to get better at it. Sports, basketball. If you practice, you're going to get better at your shooting and your jumping and all this type of stuff. So when you spend time with the Lord, you spend, I don't know if you spend 20 minutes a day, an hour a day, you might say your prayers, you might just, what's the word? You might say your blessings, when you eat your food and things like that. It's not enough. I'm going to tell you it's not enough. And I used to think it was, but it's not. Because in this world, 20th century that we're in, it's like too many distractions, too many deterrents, distractions, things that the devil has put out there that people are going to grab onto, and they don't really realize what they're doing. The distractions could be television, it could be internet, it could be whatever. You're on your mobile phone so much, and you're not going to put that time in with the Lord. So you're not going to get that understanding. You're not going to get that. You're not going to be benefited from 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there. That's what I'm saying. And sometimes we need to cut out all the distractions. Is it hard? Yeah, it's going to be really hard. Turn off your TV. Don't watch the news all day. Don't watch whatever you're doing. Don't do posting. Don't be on Facebook so long. Whatever. You have to limit yourself. In my case, I'm always watching the news. I'm always posting stories. So I may shut down WBN for a minute. Okay, World Broadcast News. I might shut down World Broadcast News for a minute and just do like a retreat. In other words, it's just, you may not see me talking about the news for a while. So enjoy the news that I put out. It's on Facebook, whatever. But I may not be doing very many more posts. Because like I said, I got this revelation this morning through the Holy Spirit from the Lord telling me to spend more time with Him if I want what I want. And what I want is not riches. People are saying, what do you want? It's not riches. It's not the riches of this earth. I'm just looking at spend more time with Him so I have the understanding, so I'm able to teach. I'm able to teach other people certain things, and I'm able to, I'm saying I again, that the Lord is working through me, that God is working through me, and able to teach people and help people and be right, be holy. That's my goal, is to be holy, be righteous. And in order to do that, I have to practice the fundamentals of being holy and righteous. And a lot of those fundamentals are maybe distancing myself from a lot of the politics and the things that are happening in the world. Now, one of the other things I do want to say is that the Lord has also opened up my eyes to seeing a lot of things that I would have probably never understood. And a lot of symbolism. I was thinking about the Terminator. I love the Terminator movies, okay? Got all the Terminator movies. Arnold Schwarzenegger. I love his movies. And I've been watching those lately. And I didn't know why I was watching them. And what I got from the Terminator, the Holy Spirit showed me today, is I was telling you about the reset. Yeah. In several of his movies, there was a reset that took place. The Terminator was the bad Terminator. In the first movie, 1984, Terminator was the bad guy. Right? He's killing everybody, doing crazy stuff, just killing people like crazy. He didn't care. That was wild. He didn't just he'd come to your doorstep and just shoot you. It's not funny, but it was bad. I remember that. I said, dang. I remember when he shot that lady. He said, Sarah Connors? And she said, yes. And he shot her. I said, that was sad. It wasn't real, but it was pretty horrible back in 1984 when you see some stuff like that. He didn't care. He was running over little toys. He ran over a little toy truck. So anyway, in the Terminator movie, 1984, he was the bad guy. In Terminator, I think it was 1991, when the second one came out. I gotta go back and check the dates. 1991. I think it was 1991. Anyway, the second Terminator, okay, T2, he was the good guy. He had flowers. He was carrying flowers, but he had a big old rifle gun in that mug. It wasn't real flowers, and he was trying to save John Connor. He came to save John Connor in the second movie. Now, John Connor was, telling him what to do and that kind of stuff. Now, there was, I'm not sure if it was Terminator, it wasn't Terminator 3, yeah. Terminator 3 was John Connor's older, okay, he's older, he's like 25 years old, whatever. And now John Connor he came back again. And when the Terminator came back this time, he was still trying to save John Connor, but he was saving his girlfriend that was going to be his wife in the future. I forgot her name. Can't think of her name. But anyway, so Terminator 3, he was supposed to be protecting both of them, John Connor and the girl. Well, what happened was that the bad Terminator, the liquid metal lady, she was crazy. She was a crazy lady, too. She knew how to combine electronics with liquid metal. And she could control you and reprogram you. So she reprogrammed the good Terminator to be bad and try to kill John Connor in the end. And John Connor couldn't do it because he started talking to him, and he had to going back to reset. He had to reset. He had to reset his CPU and it shut down and reset his CPU so that he could be the good Terminator that he's supposed to be programmed. And that's where that kind of comes from. So that was the first, I guess that was the second time that he was actually reset, because he was probably reset in the future. When he got sent back the second time for the second Terminator, he was probably reset at that time too. But they never showed him being reset. But my point is, he had to be reset in order for his personality to change so that he could become a good guy instead of a bad guy. And then if you watch Sarah Connor Chronicles, I love that TV episodes. I love those. The Sarah Chronicles. I didn't like them when they first came on. I didn't like it when it first started. I was like, oh man, no, that ain't Sarah Connor. Man, I'm mad. Because I got so used to how Sarah Connor looked. It was stupid. But I just didn't like it when it first started off. And I was like, oh man, this is not working. This ain't working. And then all of a sudden, Cameron. Okay? Cameron in Sarah Connor Chronicles. She's the robot. She's the Terminator. She's the good Terminator. She was protecting John Connor, and she was just so awesome. I love Cameron. And as she started protecting him, there was one episode where she got in a car, and they blew the car up. And when they blew the car up, she became bad. Her CPU got damaged. So she was trying to kill John Connor and trying to kill everybody else. The girl's crazy. She was tough too. So eventually they got her somehow. I think John Connor pulled the chip out of her. Yeah, he opened up top of her head and pulled the chip out. And then he kind of fixed the chip. And he put the chip back in, and then she was reset. So he fixed her, and then she was reset. Why am I telling you about all this? Because the Terminator movies are a part of my history. It's a part of my lifestyle. It's a part of my, I love the Terminator movies. It was something that I still watch them. I'll probably watch one of them today or tomorrow. And it's like that reset. It's the same reset. When Jesus came back and he taught everyone and he said, hey, follow me. All your sins are forgiven. Follow me. The only way to the Father, only way to the kingdom is through him, which is being born again. That's the reset. Okay? Now, when you go through that reset, you're kind of submitting and you're believing in Jesus and you're giving everything, all your cares and all your worries to him. But the thing of it is that how long can you be reset? Right? It goes back to the Terminators, Something can trigger you, something can throw you off, and then all of a sudden, now you're back to doing the things that you were doing before. I've done that. They call that backsliding. I've done that. So I think everybody needs a reset. Especially in this time that we're in right now. We're in our last days. Okay? I've been telling you guys about this. It's no joke. We're in our last days. So if we're in our last days, you need some type of reset. Go to the Lord, ask for forgiveness. Let him take all your worries and all your cares. That's what I did when I went to sleep tonight. I went to sleep and I was just praying and praying and praying and praying. And then I had that reset. And my reset came this morning, Friday the 13th. And I wanted to use that and let you guys know the Terminator thing is a illustration of a reset. And it's not accurately whatever, but that's my illustration. A lot of pastors and stuff have illustrations and things like that. I'm not saying I'm a pastor, but they have illustrations that tell you how things can be, give you examples. As an example. Maybe not the most accurate example, but for me, it's a great example for me because I love the Terminator movies and I can understand, I can relate. Hopefully you can relate to that. So this reset, following Jesus, following his commandments, not worrying about all the things that are happening in the world, just trusting in him for everything, whether it's your food, whether it's your lights, whether it's your power, your lights, your electricity, whatever it is. Trusting the Lord for everything. That is my reset for this morning. And sometimes, like I said, putting stuff to the side. Basically, I got from the Lord this morning, I got a revelation of pack things up. Don't worry about all these different projects. I get overwhelmed on projects. I got so many projects. Trying to build this, trying to build a robot, trying to do this, trying to do this. I got all kinds of different stuff that I like to do. I stay busy all the time. So he said, don't worry about the projects. And then all this war stuff that's happening right now with all the war, I'm trying to follow that and then follow all the local stories and things like that's happening too. It's like very complicated. So he says, give all your cares, give all your worries, give all your thoughts to him. Focus on him. Wake up and just be thankful for my hands, these incredible hands. Be thankful for this incredible face. Okay? I'm able to see and talk and smell and do all kinds of different things. Be incredible for that. This, my head, my brain, my lungs. Thank him for everything, but thanking for it in a way where no one else even think about these things. So when you talk to the Lord, if someone gave you $100, you're going to thank him. You might thank him a couple times. Somebody gave you $200. You might thank them. You might thank them a couple times. Somebody give you $5,000. You're going to really thank them. If somebody give you $10,000 or $100,000. How much are you going to thank that person? And how are you going to thank them? So imagine God's giving you millions, billions, trillions. You should be thanking him all day. You should be thanking him for like, man, I got fingers. Wow, this is great. Man, there's blood going through here. There's like millions and millions of blood drops. I'm not saying it correctly, but there's, this millions of gallons of blood just going through my body. Thank you. People are not doing that. People are distracted. And they're saying, hey, thank you for my job, and thank you for, my house and my car and my family. And that's it. They're not even thanking him that, for their life. They might say, thank you for my life, or thank you that I'm alive. But that's about it. It's just like a quick thank you. Thank you for me being alive. Thank you, Lord. Okay. And now I'm going to go to work. It doesn't work like that. That's the revelation that I got this morning. The revelation that I got this morning is that anything that you really want, anything that you desire, you work towards that goal, whatever it is. Like I said, working out your body, it takes time. If you're working out and you want to stay in shape, get in shape, and you want to be a bodybuilder or whatever you're trying to do, it takes time. So it's not an overnight process, but it should be a practice process. It should be a process where you're thanking him all the time, like it's just not like it's like nothing, but you're thanking him like it really, really, really means something to you. If you got your hands cut off today or your arms cut off today for some reason, you'd probably be in shock. So it's like imagining not having any arms, and then when you do get your arms back, how would you feel? Okay. Or your child. A lot of people get their kids are getting taken or kidnapped or something like that, and they want to get their kid back. How grateful they are. How happy and thankful and grateful that they are. Okay. So that revelation I got this morning of being thankful and grateful, and not saying you're not worried about other people and other things that other people are going through, but the focus should be back on God. And the focus is not on God. The focus is it might be on your family, and even that is getting in the way of God, because you're supposed to put God first. But most people are not putting God first. So for me this morning, Friday the 13th, that's what that meant. A separation from me, my technology. I'm always working on my cameras and this and that, so I'm going to be packing up some stuff. I'm going to pack some stuff up and just put it away for a while. World Broadcast News, I'm going to focus on that. I'll still make videos. You'll still see me make a video every now and then, probably with this little rig or something that I have right here. I'm not going to be getting all elaborate. And I've been working on building like a little mini studio and all this stuff. I'm not going to worry about all that right now. My main thing is get the message out to you guys. I think that's the most important thing. I still like my hobby. This is a hobby. I like doing digital compositing, green screen, and all that kind of stuff. I still like doing all that little editing, but I cannot focus on it as much as I have been. And the stories and the things that are happening in the world, I posted so much stuff out there. It's just hard to continue to keep up with all that. So I'm going to probably shut down in that area a little bit. But that is the separation that starts today, Friday the 13th. Okay, I may post a couple more news stories today. I don't know. I probably will. There's always something popping up. But I'm not going to take that much time and focus on it. I've got to do some packing up. I'm going to pack up some of my stuff, and I'm going to be probably focusing on the Lord. I will be focusing on the Lord, getting closer, getting that direct connection, going back to that a direct connection like Moses. The Lord speaking to Moses, telling him exactly what to do, where to do, pick the stick up and part the water. All these things that people don't want to hear about right now or don't believe. I believe. If the Lord tells me, hey, go do this and go do that, I want to have that direct connection. And I haven't had a direct connection lately because I've been doing my own thing. Oh, what did Tony want to do today? Tony want to go work on the robot. Or Tony want to go work on the scooter. Or Tony want to go work on the car. Or Tony want to go do this. It's about what Tony wanted to do. And that has to be eliminated out of the equation. It has to be not totally eliminated, but it has to level out a little bit. You have to put God first. Put God up here. And what Tony wants to do is down here. And maybe I'll be able to do some of these things. Maybe I won't be able to do some of these things. And if I don't do some of these things, who am I trying to please? And why do I want to do these things? Do I want to please me? Do I want to please God? Is it pleasing God in any way? Most of the things that I do, God doesn't care about this stuff. These are things that maybe please me. We keep ourselves in this. We keep ourselves in this mode where we're pleasing ourselves, just like they did way back in the day. Back in the day when everybody was doing whatever they wanted to do, back in Sodom and Gomorrah days. Sodom and Gomorrah. Back in the days when people was doing everything they wanted to do and having sex with everybody and doing all that. That's what is happening now. People doing anything that they want to do. So, God's coming back and Jesus coming back. When he come back, they're going to be like, hey, you guys are just doing anything y'all want to do. There's this new AI technology out here. You got this, you got that. You got robot ladies. Ladies was looking kind of good too, some of them, I guess, but no. You got robot ladies coming back. You got robot men. Terminators. Them was Terminators. They start off nice being your friend, and the next thing you know it, yeah, you seen iRobot with Will Smith. Anyway, those are jokes. But yeah, people are just basically doing what they want to do, and the technology is increasing. You got gas pumps now. They got robot gas pumps now. There's pump gas in your car. You just drive up and think. I don't know how it works exactly. I just seen some of it on YouTube. So robot gas pumps, robot AI, everything. I don't know. I ain't gonna go up into that. But distractions. That's what these are. They're distractions. They're deterrents. They're taking you away from God. So my goal is to get closer to God, to be directly connected. I mean, when I close my eyes, like I was praying this morning, I closed my eyes, and then all of a sudden I see like a white light. I see a white light, and that's God. That's God. That's God trying to talk to you through all the darkness. You close your eyes, you put a blindfold on, I put a blindfold on, and I see a white light. Because it's like a tunnel. You got to get to that white light. He's saying, come and join me. Come and dine with me. Okay. So, I just wanted to tell you guys that this morning, or I'm telling myself that, like I said, this is a diary type thing, a vlog for myself to look back at later on, maybe. I don't know if it's going to help anybody. I don't know if I'm even going to post this, and I may post it. If I do post it, I guess it'll be Bro Life 31, episode 31, Bro Life 30, episode 31. Friday the 13th. We call it Friday the 13th, Bro Life, Friday the 13th. I think I will post some of this. I don't know. Let's see how long I've been talking here. Wow, 44 minutes. That's nothing good with the OBS. You can see the time and everything. I might post this because this is pretty valuable information. Another thing I just want to say, I watch my soaps. I keep it real. I watch the soaps, the Young and the Restless and the Bold and the Beautiful. Oh, I got to watch it this morning. I ain't watched it. Yeah, I might watch it this morning. I recorded it yesterday, but I don't know. We'll see. I didn't get to watch it yesterday because I had to take my dad to the doctor yesterday. Keeping it real, eye doctor, check up, keeping it real. But as I've been watching The Bold and the Beautiful, and that's how I started off watching The Bold and the Beautiful. Don't give me no slack out there, guys. I know. Could be watching football and a whole bunch of other crazy stuff. I know. I don't watch all that. But it's a long story behind that too. But Bold and the Beautiful used to be like my main show, and then all of a sudden I started watching The Young and Restless because I think like I'd say probably about a year ago I started watching Young and Restless. I said okay, because it comes on before The Bold and the Beautiful. I wasn't really watching The Young and Restless, and I started watching it. I got interested in it because of a couple pretty girls on there. To keep it real, that's what it was. It was a pretty girl on there, and I was like, oh, who is that? Audra Charles, that's what they call her, Audra Charles. I was like, who is her? Man, she tight. And I started watching it, and I think it was even before that I started watching it because I was watching Nate and his cousin. They was battling out, and he was trying to take over the company and all this kind of stuff. The main thing I wanted to get back to is that a lot of scheming. Now I actually watch the Young and the Restless more than The Bold and Beautiful. I'm more into that than The Bold and Beautiful, and it's because the way the world is, the writers that write that show, they're pretty dead on about a lot of things that are happening, and the scheming and the what do they call it? People smiling in your face and stabbing you in the back, that type of thing. A lot of that in the Young and the Restless. Okay, we got some old people in there too. I don't know why they call it Young and Restless. Anyway, you got young people in there doing crazy stuff. Audra Charles, she's pretty. You got Nate in there. He's a cool guy. He's with what's her name? Victoria. Victor Newman's daughter. Yeah, whatever. So as you watch their relationships and the ups and downs and the scheming and everybody wants power and power plays and all this kind of stuff, I was like, wow, that's the way real life is. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because in this revelation I got this morning, in this revelation about getting closer to God, about that direct connection, about that reset, all that makes sense to me because those are the shows I've been watching, and those shows are how should I say, they're a distraction. It's a big distraction for me, a big distraction, a big deterrent, but I can relate because of the problems that they have, the scenarios that they have in the show. It kind of shows me how the world is. It kind of shows me how, yes, those are written, scripted, it's a written script show, but it's a visual. I'm a visual person. I've always been a visual person. So when I see all the drama and the scheming and the power plays and all these type of things, it's like, it's almost exciting. It's exciting because I'm kind of laughing about a lot of things that are happening. I'm kind of laughing, going, oh man, dang, look what he did. But it's just entertaining. It's entertaining. Now, at the same time, I'm a very analytical person, so I'm analyzing what's going on in this show. And every time I analyze what's going on in the show, in the last couple recent shows, I started thinking, I said, wow, they ain't said anything about God. They don't talk about God at all. I said, wow, that's why they have so many problems. And I know it's just a written script to show to keep you entertained and to keep you on your toes, and I understand that. But it's like God showed me that. In real life, there's people that do the same thing that they're doing in real life, and they don't have that balance. They don't have someone to talk to. So they come up with their own ideas on how they're going to get back and get revenge and that type of thing. Tucker, and he's crazy. He wants to get revenge, and he's doing all kind of crazy stuff. And it's funny to me. I kind of look at it and laugh. I was like, oh man, oh shoot, he found out. Oh man, it's exciting. It's like watching a football game. It's like you guys, your favorite teams and that type of thing. But that's what I get from that when I watch the show. Is I get this drama. It's always somebody doing something wrong or bad. And when you look at that, and then you look at the real world of what's going on with the wars and the things that's happening around me and the news, and I kind of combine all that, and of course Terminator, which is another fictitious show, and whatever other show that's coming out that I like that might be a sci-fi. What I do is I analyze all these different shows and I go, wow, it's time to get right. It's time to get right with the Lord. It's time for a reset. So that's what this is all about. This whole video is about a reset. I was planning on making the video earlier, and then I got kind of sidetracked and started messing around, and I decided to record this. So we're recording everything right now, once again, on my laptop, OBS, from a GoPro 6, and it's a beautiful system here. I'm looking at it, I love it, but it's not even about that. It's about the reset. You know, reset your life right now. This is what I'm telling you right now. I'll tell you, reset your life right now with the Lord. Reset your life with the Lord. You know, talk to the Lord, ask for forgiveness, get on your knees, whatever you got to do. Get born again, follow Jesus Christ. That's my message for today, because that's what I've done. I've went through a complete reset. I'm going to probably do some more praying. I know I'm going to do some more praying after this video is over. And you guys will probably get this video later on if I decide to upload it, which I probably will. So I'm going to sign off right now and tell you guys I love you guys out there. And reset your life with the Lord. Please reset your life with the Lord. That's the most important thing, because everything else doesn't matter. Finances, money, all these things that we gravitate towards does not matter. Okay, we're spiritual beings in the body, in this body, and this body is gonna be over pretty soon. The body's not gonna last forever. I don't care how good you go out and jog and work out and improve your body and all these type of things you want to do. It's not gonna last forever. There's gonna be a point when your body's gonna break down and you're gonna be gone. And your spirit is still gonna move. Your spirit is still gonna be out there. Where it's going to be up to you right now. This is the time to make the right decision. Get right with the Lord. Reset. Time to reset. The war is going on and all the crimes going on. Reset yourself now before it's too late. Because if you don't reset, you're going to be caught up. You're going to be caught up into some real crazy, eternal torture. Okay, I'm keeping it real. I don't want to be tortured forever. I look at, hey, I've been on this earth for 60 years, 60 plus years, and I'm like, hey, I'm happy with that. But imagine, 100,000 years or 1,000,000 years and being tortured. You think you're not happy now, and then you're not gonna, and then you get out of this body and you find out demons and stuff is it ain't funny, but you got demons that is torturing you and doing all kinds of stuff to you, raping people and raping your spirit and doing all kinds of stuff. I heard some crazy stories, and I actually believe it. I mean, there's some serious. If you're watching these horror movies, they got the new horror movies. I don't want to talk about the horror movies, but they got some horror movies that they're pretty scary now. The demons be coming at you all fast and stuff. Now imagine if they can do all that with the technology we have now. Imagine what the real demons can do, and monsters and whatever. Monsters didn't be that scary back in the old days. They was made out of plastic. Now these demons come at you and do all kind of crazy stuff. In these movies, I don't even watch them no more. But anyway, reset your life with God. I know I always joke around a lot, and that's just part of my spirit. But it's time to really get serious too. Okay, so reset your life with the Lord. That's what I'm doing. Reset. Friday the 13th is a reset day. Okay, not about all this. I can go on and on and on. I don't want to take up too much of you guys' time. I already took too much already. So we're gonna sign off. I love you guys once again. Don't hate, don't wait. If you like any of this information, and subscribe to my channel, I guess I'll tell you guys that. Subscribe, whatever. I don't get paid anymore. I used to get some monetization. I used to get monetization for my videos, and I haven't been getting it. It cut me off. I don't know why. I wasn't getting much anyway, but the monetization has cut me off, and maybe because of some things I've said. I'm not a big YouTuber. I don't have a big YouTube following. I think I do got about 7,000 subscribers or something like that. That's great, but I'm not one of those guys that got 100 million subscribers, and I wasn't getting a huge amount of money, per whatever you want to call it, per month. I wasn't even getting paid per month. I get paid like every 3 months because I wasn't making a lot. So they cut off my what do you call it? Monetization. They cut me off. They said, I think they said I violated the YouTube law. I haven't really looked into it, and I probably said something about something I'm not supposed to talk about, whatever. So it doesn't matter. The main thing is when I make these videos, it's not about money or anything like that. But if you do want to donate to help out, I do appreciate it. And it's $sign Tony McDew. If you go to my Cash App, it's $sign Tony McDew. I'm sure I'll probably put it in the video somewhere. So it's Cash App, $sign Tony McDew. Don't hate, don't wait, donate. Don't hate on my brother. Don't wait, donate. It could be whatever, $5, $10, whatever you want to do. $1. Have people donate $1. Every little bit helps. So thank you for watching this video. I love you guys out there. Peace and love. I'm gonna try to make more videos. I just got to get, like I said, my focus now is to be reset, to be more focused on serving the Lord, following His commandments. Whatever He wants me to do, I need to do before I do what I want to do. Because Tony wants to do all kinds of things. I want to build this. I want to do that. I want to create this. I want to create a robot. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do all these different things. And I put everything on hold right now. I've got my robot. It's in here. I'm going to go pack it up. I'm going to pack everything up. Because I have to reset today, Friday the 13th. Is my reset day. I love you guys. Peace and love. Don't hate. Don't wait. Donate. Cash App, Tony McDew, because I love you.